Hey friends, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Form 1344. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm Guri, channel name is UVN Canada. Let's start the video. So, I have already opened this form in Adobe Acrobat Reader, PDF Reader. You need to download that. And this form is 1344E, application to sponsor, sponsorship agreement and undertaking. There is a one validate button and clear form button. Validate button should be clicked once you have filled all the form and make sure that information is correct, then you need to validate this form. So first question is, if you are found ineligible to sponsor, indicate whether you want to withdraw your sponsor application or proceed with your application for permanent residence. Suppose if you find yourself you are ineligible and you have already submitted one application, then you find that you don't have any regular job or you don't have any sufficient fund in your account to sponsor your spouse, then you want to withdraw your previous application, then you need to click on this checkbox. If you are new and you haven't submitted any spousal sponsorship application, then you need to click on this checkbox. Second question is language preference of correspondence. The language that you want IRCC used to communicate between you and your between you and IRCC, that you need to select here. Most of our cases it should be English. Is there a co-signer on this application? It should be no. So co-signer, we need a co-signer when we are going to sponsor our parents or our grandparents. So in this case we don't have any co-signer in this application, so we gonna select no. Person you are sponsoring, principal applicant. So in my case I'm sponsoring my wife, so I'm going to write her name, first name, last name, principal applicant's date of birth, alright. Then the principal applicant is your, we need to mention our relationship with the principal applicant. So I'm living in Canada but my spouse is living outside Canada, so we gonna select this option, spouse living outside Canada. If you find that your relationship is not mentioned in this drop down, then you need to mention that relationship here, and you also need to select the date when you have started that relationship. So here is the sponsor personal details. Here in this case I'm the sponsor, I'm going to write my name here. Sorry, I'm going to write last name first, then here given name. Same case, we did a mistake here, we need to add first name here, then last name here. Okay, have you ever used any other name? If you have, then you need to click yes, then also you need to add, then also you need to fill your name here. In my case we gonna select no. Gender, male, date of birth, this is my date of birth. Place of birth, so in my so we gonna fill my place of birth here. Place of country, we gonna select India from this. Alright, then status in Canada, permanent resident. If you are a permanent resident as a naturalized citizen or a naturalized citizen, provide the following information: the date on which you get that status. In my case, I'm going to just add some random date here as a 2020. Zero two 02. I'm just going to add some random dates, but you need to get that date from your COPR. It should be mentioned on the COPR. When you are landing here as a permanent resident, they provide you a COPR, confirmation of permanent resident letter. There they will mention the your landing date, and there also the and that document is also have a UCI number. You should enter your UCI number here. I'm going to enter some random number here. Full name at the time you became permanent resident, same as your current name. If yes, then you should click on this option. If no, then you need to provide that your current name. So I'm going to select yes. Your marital status. Your current marital status is married, and you need to provide the date of your marriage. I'm going to add let's say 12. Okay. Alright, provide the name of your current spouse. So we need to enter your spouse name here. Have you previously been married or in a common law relationship? If you have, then you need to check yes. Provide the details of your previous spouse or common law partner. If you don't, then click on no and move to the next section. Here's a sponsor contact information. So in this case, I am the sponsor. I'm living in Canada. I'm going to fill my Canadian address here. City name Surrey. Country name is, you need to select your country name from this drop down. Canada. Province British Columbia. Postal code V3W2Y8. We don't have district information here, so we gonna leave it empty. Residential status, same as mailing address. Residential address, same as mailing address. If you are living on any other address, or and if you have some different mailing address, then you need to click on yes. If your residential and mailing address is the same, then you simply click on no. If your residential and mailing address are same, then click on yes and move next. If you have different residential address and different mailing address, click on no and provide the details here. I'm going to select yes. Then we need to provide telephone number. Canada. Type of telephone number is cellular. Mobile number. country code, then just type the mobile number here. Alright, alternate number you can provide any Canadian number, or you, if you want to provide your spouse number, then simply click on this and you need to do the same. Provide your country code. Let's say India's country code is 91. I'm going to write any random number here. This is an Indian mobile number. Then fax, we don't have any fax number. Email ID, this is very crucial. Make sure you spell it right. They're gonna use this email ID for all the communication between you and the IRCC. So I'm going to write random email. You need to provide your official email ID where you want IRCC to send emails for all the communication. Sponsors residency declaration. Are you a Canadian citizen living outside Canada? If you are, then click yes. If you are living in India, then click no. Then move to next. Sponsor eligibility assessment. Sponsor eligibility assessment. Are you 18 years old? Yes. Are you a Canadian citizen or permanent resident? Yes. Are you sponsoring a member of family class or your common law partner in Canada class? Yes. Do you reside in Canada or in no other country? Yes. First 1 to 4 question should be yes in most of the cases. Then in the 5 years preceding this application, did you become permanent residents after being sponsored as a spouse or common law partner or conjugal partner? No. Have you submitted a previous application in respect in which a final decision has not been made for the sponsor? No. Are you in receipt of social assistance? No. Are you undischarged bankrupt under the bankruptcy? No. Have person you previously sponsored? We haven't sponsored anyone. Did you co-sign an undertaking where the sponsor person or his family member receives social assistance? No. Have you been ordered to leave Canada? No. Are you late in making required payment for an immigration loan? No. Are you currently detained in jail? No. Have you been convicted of sexual offense? No. Are you in default of a court order to make support payment to your spouse? No. Are you in subject of an application to revoke your Canadian citizenship? No. Are you the subject of a report or indemnizability? No. Have you been charged with an offense? No. Alright. So we are done with this form. Just click on the validate button. I think there are some errors. The format you enter for the following field incorrect, 3-digit exchange number. The correct format is 0 or 1. When you click on the OK button, it will redirect you to that particular section. Okay, so we have entered incorrect exchange number. Three-digit exchange number. The correct format must be 3 numbers and must not start with 0. Okay. Alright. So let's see if it still gives some error or if it validates. Following field must contain a value sponsor signature. Sponsor signature. Okay. So we need to just type sponsor sign. Signature of the sponsored person, which is my wife. Then you also need to add the date, which is the current date. So today is 2020. '28. Alright, now validate this form. Let's see. Validation completed successfully. Okay. So if you see, these are the barcodes that has been generated after you validate this form. Now you only need to print this form, scan it, then upload it to your spousal sponsorship portal. That's it. I hope you like the video, and if you still have any questions or any doubts related to this form, do comment in the comment section. I will reply to your comments. Till then, see you in the next one.